Have you ever heard of a man so greedy, he lost everything he ever had? This is the story of two African brothers, Ujd and Ojama. When their father died, he left them land to share. But Ujd, the older brother, believed the land was his alone. He used his power and wealth to take almost everything, leaving Ojama with only scraps. Yet what happened next would shock the entire village. Greed at work. Each planting season, Ujd grew richer while Ojama grew poorer. Ujd's barns overflowed with yam, but Ojama barely survived on his little patch of soil. Still, Ojama worked with patience, whispering to himself, "One day, truth will rise." The villagers pitied him, but nobody dared challenge Ujd's power. Waste or treasure? One evening, Ujd's wife peeled yams and threw the yam heads away by the roadside. To her, they were useless, but Ojama, with an empty basket, picked them up. His eyes sparkled with hope. "Even what others throw away," he whispered, "can become life if treated with care." Seeds of patience. Ojama planted the yam heads on his small land. The soil was poor, but he poured his sweat into it. Weeks passed, and green vines sprouted, crawling across his field. For the first time in years, Ojama smiled. His hard work was finally bearing fruit. Envy awakens. When Ujd saw Ojama's thriving vines, his pride burned like fire. How could his poor brother's land grow better crops than his rich fields? Rage twisted his face. He marched into Ojama's farm and shouted, "These yams are mine. They came from my wife's kitchen scraps." The quarrel. Ojama fell to his knees. "Brother, do not take this from me. I gave them life with my sweat." But Ujd only laughed, calling his servants to uproot the yams. Tears filled Ojama's eyes. At that moment, a village elder appeared, watching silently. His heart grew heavy at the sight of injustice. The elder speaks. The elder called the villagers. "Come and see what greed has done." Soon, a crowd gathered, murmuring in anger. The elder raised his staff. "We must take this before the king. Let him judge." The villagers agreed, and together they began their march to the palace. The king's court. The king, seated on his carved wooden throne, listened as the elder spoke. Guards dragged Ujd forward, his hands full of stolen yams. Ujd tried to defend himself. "I am the elder brother, I have the right." But the king's eyes grew dark, and the hall fell silent. Justice delivered. The king thundered, "Elder or not, greed destroys families. Ujd, you are banished from this land." The villagers roared in relief. Guards dragged Ujd out, while Ojama wept, not from sorrow, but from gratitude. For once, truth had won. From that day, people told the tale of Ujd and Ojama. The elder always ended with the words, "When two brothers fight to death, it is the crow who feasts." Greed divides, but patience and truth always rise like the sun. And so, whenever yam vines climbed high, children remembered Ojama, the man who turned waste into life.